Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we're taking a look at some Batman sets that you can't buy. That's right. There's a few Batman sets here that I revealed to you guys back, I think, on April 26th. I did a little reveal video, and then I got an email from LEGO later that day saying, oops, sorry, we messed up. Please take down any videos you have of those three sets, and we'll get back to you. So I had to take down my video after that day. Then they said, okay, you can post them on May 10th. I said, all right. And then they changed their mind again and made it May 2nd. So this is after that date. So here we go. Also, in addition to that, on the internet, these things aren't even available until August 1st. It is the beginning of May, and that is a long time to wait for a few relatively small Batman sets. But it is what it is. So I don't want to wait forever to review these things. So I'm going to do these today, and eventually someday in the future, if you wanna, you can buy them. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. We've got a Mech, we've got a Batmobile, and we've got a Batpod with a buildable figure. These are three individual sets. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Mech. This is Batman Mech Armor set number 76270, contains 140 pieces and retails for a whopping 15 bucks. Now, I guess as far as mechs go, it is just fine. It's pretty robust. I will give it that. It's got kind of like a little jet pack going on there at the back, so I guess it kind of adds to the playability. But as far as mechs go, it's fine. It's a cheap way, well, a relatively cheap way to get a Batman minifigure. And yeah, Batman is pretty cool there. He's got a fabric cape that comes along with him there as well. But for 15 bucks, I guess it's reasonable. I think with mechs, they really shouldn't be more than 12 bucks. But hey, it's Batman. He's so cool. I will mention this though, that the knees and the elbows are locked. You cannot move them around. So basically just the joints at the hip and the shoulders are the only things that you can really rotate. Then we have the Batmobile, but this is not just any Batmobile. This is the animated series Batmobile, which has a description for a name. It's called the Batman with the Batmobile versus Harley Quinn and Mr. Freeze. Set number 76274 contains 435 pieces. And this thing's going to retail for 60 bucks, which when I saw that, I had some sticker shock. I went, whoa, 60 bucks for a Batmobile? That seemed like a lot. So I went downstairs and I wanted to get this other one here because this is also available for individual sale. This 1989 Batmobile, which I think is pretty darn cool because that retails for 48 bucks. And I thought, okay, so 12 bucks more gives us the animated series Batmobile. Why is it so much more? Because it's really hard to kind of justify $60 for a Batmobile that's basically the size of a Speed Champion set. However, you do get 3 minifigures with this one, so it's an additional minifigure you get instead of just 2. So you get Batman, Harley Quinn, and Mr. Freeze. Now, Harley Quinn and Batman do have reversible faces for that additional playability. I do like that our Batman figure here has kind of a soft plastic cape instead of a fabric cape. I think that's a nice premium look for him. Now, as far as the Batmobile goes, it has a stand it comes on, and it's got kind of like this showroom look. You can kind of rotate it around. Now, there is another Batmobile like that from the original Batmobile, actually, that has that. And this is the only other Batmobile that has that in this scale, so I think that's interesting. So I guess that's what you're getting for your extra $12 is an additional minifigure, and the fact this thing is on kind of a showroom piece to rotate around, so it's more for display, right? Now, as far as the Batmobile itself, the first thing I need to address here is the color. You big fans of the animated series, is it really blue? Or is it supposed to be black in the animated series? I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be black. As I look at some of those episodes, I think I get what they were going for with this because there's a lot of shots where it has kind of a blue hue to it because of the moon over Gotham City. So maybe that's what they were going for, and to kind of make it look a little bit different or unique than other typical black Batmobiles. Because as many of you know, Batman has said, I only work in black and sometimes very, very dark gray. Right? So there you go. But the Batmobile itself is cool. I mean, it's got these massive guns here on the hood of the car. I don't know if they're really that big in the show, but these are the little stud shooters. You push down, it shoots the little stud out, and you never find it ever again. Now, I do like the fact that you can remove these, which I think I'm going to end up doing, and I think the hood looks a lot better without those massive guns on it. Another feature I do like about this Batmobile is that the cockpit opens up on a hinge. I really like that. Instead of just a panel you have to remove, it moves up and down, and that is a more premium feature that I am a big fan of. Now, notice that when you open up the cockpit here, you can see right through to my table. There's no chair in here or seat or anything in the back here for Batman to kind of rest his back on. And I think that is because they wanted to accommodate his cape. So when you put him in there, he actually fits really nicely. No need to remove that soft plastic cape, which I guess is a nice feature. You're not going to be looking inside there very often anyway. But the cockpit, though, I will say, looks pretty cool. A lot of buttons and screens going on. Of course, these are all sticker elements, and of course the plaque is a sticker too. The play feature of this thing, of course, is that if you drive it around, it does turn the flame here at the back, so I like how those little axles are connected. That is a common feature with Batmobiles of this scale. This one has it as well, so you can see that going in circles. Isn't that cool? Now, when I compare these two together side by side, the animated series Batmobile is a little bit longer. Now, these things only have a 3-piece difference, so they're pretty identical as far as their piece count goes. The animated series is a little bit bigger. It is pretty cool. I think at 60 bucks, it's asking a little bit too much. It's really tough to justify $60 for a Batmobile of this scale. I think if you are a collector of Batmobiles or a big fan of the animated series, then I think this is going to be a good buy for you. Now, last but not least, we have the Batpod bike. The official name here, the Batman construction figure and the Batpod bike, set number 76273, contains 713 pieces, retails for $65. Now, the big difference with the Batpod bike and these other two sets is that while these are all available on August 1st, you can pre-order the Batpod bike. Hey, there you go. You just got to wait forever to get it. That's all. Now, the first thing I got to say about the Batpod bike is that I love the bike. I think this is really cool. A lot of great details on this thing, a lot of guns sticking around, and I love the look of it. It is a very slick looking Batpod bike, right? I could probably do without the buildable figure in this thing. I think that inflates the price quite a bit, especially if you think about the fact that you can buy him separately. There is another buildable figure that you can buy for $33. Now, it isn't identical to this thing, but it is the same scale. Maybe this one adapts better to this thing because, of course, he is supposed to be riding the Batpod bike. The bottom of his feet attach these pedals, and there's 2 clips on his wrist that attach to the handlebars, and that's how he stays on. But I don't know. I really wish he was sold separately so we weren't forced to actually buy him. It's fine. I would have rather just had the Batpod option for maybe, I don't know, $40 would have been cool. I would think people would be happier with that option than to be forced buying him too. I mean, not that this is bad. I mean, it's fine. I do like his cape. I think that's pretty cool. However, when he's on the bike, his cape is so big, it kind of hides the bike. You can't see it because his body's covering all the cool details. So when I have this thing on display on my bat shelf downstairs, he's not going to be on the bike. Anyway, guys, that's a quick look at these new Batman sets. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Yeah.